Chronic migraine is 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more.
Botox, onabotulinum toxin A, prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine. It's not for adults with migraine with 14 or fewer headache days a month. It prevents, on average, 8 to 9 headache days a month versus 6 to 7 for placebo.
Prescription Botox is injected by your doctor. Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, including ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Ask your doctor and visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
Is it time to get off the couch and out of your house and shake off that holiday stupor? How about we get some tacos? Today on CityCast Las Vegas, we thought you could use some advice on where to go and take your visiting friends and family for the best tacos in Las Vegas. This conversation with local artists and taco connoisseurs Justin Favela and Brent Holmes was one of our most played episodes in 2024, and you should definitely add their picks to your to-do list. It's Thursday, December 26th. I'm Sarah Lohman, and here's what Las Vegas is talking about. All right, gentlemen, my favorite Vegas artists. I know that because of your jobs, too, you both traveled extensively. So how does Vegas stack up as a taco town to the both of you?
Vegas per taco towns, from my opinion, we're pretty high on the list. I think we're a solid. I think we're a solid 8 out of 10. I mean, we're not the best. We're not the worst.
Okay.
We do a lot of things right. You know, tacos are regional, so right to some people is wrong to others, and I think that matters.
Sure. Ooh, yeah, we're going to get into that, too. Justin, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Vegas is known for being like an irreverent place, and that goes for its food scene as well. Because there's so many people here from so many regions, just like Brent mentioned, I will say there are a variety of tacos, more than in many other cities. And so, I mean, I'm hanging out in the Midwest a lot lately because of my art projects.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that the tacos here are different scale. They're a lot larger than maybe like LA tacos.
Interesting.
Because I think here they make them more of a meal, and like in LA, it's closer to the border. So it's known more as a street food, you know?
Yeah.
And so, but in Vegas, there's a variety. You can go to places and have tacos as your entree as well, you know? So yeah, it's definitely a little more irreverent when it comes to like, what is a taco? But, you know, just like in my work, you know, kind of blurring the lines of like what an authentic taco is, or like pushing the lines, I should say, I think is important because, yeah, it's all regional, you know?
Fabia, yeah, I know from knowing about your work, too, that like you'll take a Del Taco, but you will also take a brain taco. Like you'll have any end of the spectrum, right? But you know what? I watched you. So you're in this really awesome Netflix documentary series called The Taco Chronicles. And there was an episode specifically about Las Vegas. And you said something really interesting. You were at, I think, Tacos del Gordo. And you said that the taqueros are really artisans. Can you tell me more about that?
So you hear it all the time. There's like high skill jobs and low skill jobs, and like what that means. And I look at these taqueros and I'm like, this is an art form, you know?
Yeah.
And just because it's Mexican food or it's fast food, it's kind of looked down upon. But these people are so skilled, and it's never really talked about, you know? A lot of times in Vegas, you know, we're looking at the strip or we're looking at the fancier restaurants and talk about the skill that those chefs and those cooks have. But if you're ever at Tacos El Gordo during rush hour, you know, during when the line is out the door, those taqueros are working like, I don't know, like ninjas. It's like, it's incredible to watch.
Yes. And I think anyone who's ever seen like someone cut the meat and the pineapple off of al pastor, right? Like so they've got these like machetes and somehow they're just like magically getting that little bit of pineapple to land perfectly in the taco. It's insane. And in the documentary, too, one of the managers mentioned that she requested from the American government to be able to get skilled visas for taqueros from Mexico. And the government said, no, this is not a skill. So but being a chef is considered is like a skilled visa applicable, but not being a taco chef. So what are the elements of a good taco? Brent, what do you think makes a good taco?
I mean, I think you got to start with a good tortilla. I don't care if it's flour, I don't care if it's corn. If you're not getting that right, you can give me a great tortilla and mediocre ingredients, and I'm going to be like, that was a pretty good taco. You give me a bad tortilla and brilliant ingredients, I'm not going to even be able to refer to it as a taco. I'll be like, that was a nice cut of meat. That was a nice piece of cactus, whatever it is you give me.
So who has good tortillas in the city?
For flour tortillas, I got to go with, and I'm going to butcher their name. I just know it. Favi, help me out if you can. It's Guzios de El Canelo. They do fresh pressed flour tortillas, every single one right out the gate.
Oh, wow.
You order, you watch them press it. They put the ingredients in, you're done. And they're kind of like almost a burrito cum taco. They're rolled and they're a little bit bigger than your average small taco. 2 or 3 of them will really fill you up. And they've got a little cart over on Pecos and Charleston right down there.
Amazing. Justin, what is important to make a good taco for you?
I mean, I think for me, it's 3 elements. It has to be hot.
Spicy or warm?
Hot as in temperature.
Got it.
It has to be hot. It has to be fast. And you have to have options. Like being that my family's from northern Mexico, a taco is basically the tortilla and the meat, cilantro, and onions, right? And then you can put whatever sauce correlates to the taco or to have different options of putting whatever you want on the taco. So I think a lot of people make the mistake of ordering tacos to go. You should eat a taco right away.
Yeah.
If you're going to get Mexican food to go, that's what a burrito is for. That's what a torta is for. And so tacos are meant to be eaten at a streetcar or with your family at the restaurant right away. It's more of a social food. And so, if you're trying to be cool and order tacos to the office, make sure you order them with the tortillas separate and you have some sort of heating element there so that people can make their own tacos. Like a taco bar, great idea. Don't order them pre-made. That's the antithesis of a taco. That's just cold food,
Favi,
So you're all about the experience. Go ahead, Brent.
No, I was just
Yes.
So Favi, you're implying that the tacos are a food of immediacy, much like sushi should be. It's got to be done right there, right now. Otherwise, it's not valid.
I mean, for a good taco, that's how I think of it as a good taco. And it just depends too, because fish tacos are a whole different thing because those are usually fried and battered and with a flour tortilla. So those could sit out a little bit longer. But as far as the Vegas taco that I'm thinking of, corn tortilla from a food truck, from a restaurant, you want to eat those pretty quickly. A taco's supposed to be just a handful, a small bite.
All right, so let's get into some recommendations in Vegas. So first of all, let's talk about the experience. Do y'all have a fancy sit-down restaurant dress-up pick for me?
Ooh.
I'm not a fancy restaurant taco person. I'll get a chili relleno or a burrito or something, but I don't know why I'm getting tacos off a menu when I really want them out of a cart or, I want to walk up and much like Fabi said, I want to eat them right now. It's not a black tie event for me. It just never has been.
Yeah, I think the fanciest I get is going to the original Lindo Michoacan on East Desert Inn. They have, because of the tortillas, because they hand make them there. And so I'll usually get the carnitas and then make my own tacos with their tortillas there. And so that's the fanciest I'll get, I think.
I mean, I am. So let's go the other way. I am really thrilled to see more of these LA style street setups popping up because I think some of the best al pastor I've ever had outside of Mexico City was in front of a Target in LA. So what is then your cart, your truck, your table in front of a gas station that's your favorite in Vegas?
My favorite is, I think it's called Antojos or Antojitos DF. It's in a gas station. It's a whole Mexican restaurant in a gas station on Flamingo and Pecos.
Wow. Okay.
And they have one of my favorite ingredients that's like, they usually put in quesadillas, but you can get them in tacos too. It's called huitlacoche, which is like a fermented mushroom.
It's corn fungus.
Yeah, it's like corn fungus.
It's a blight. It's a what am I trying to say? A parasitic mushroom that grows on corn.
Yes.
The wild part about this, Favi, is that in America, the farmers throw it away. And it's so valuable. I think that's finally starting to shift, that more like broadly American chefs are starting to use huitlacoche. But and I'm seeing it in more restaurants now. Like up until 5 years ago, I don't think I'd ever seen it in America.
Wait, this is the gas station restaurant, the one on Pecos and Flamingo.
Yeah, that one.
And it tastes like corn and mushrooms at the same time.
Wow.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in places that could expose you to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity is stolen, their US-based restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Looking for a pickup truck to get just about anything done? Look no further. The Chevy Silverado EV isn't just the most powerful Silverado ever, with next-level towing capability and technology. It also offers game-changing versatility with the available multi-flex midgate and tailgate, which means Silverado EV helps you carry large, bulky, and oddly shaped items up to nearly 11 feet in length. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. Visit Chevrolet.com to learn more.
For me, the problem with taco stands is that they shift, they alter, and they move a lot. Like, my favorite kind of like hood, dank taco spot is Tacos El Compita. And I think they get it right every time for me. Really solid, inexpensive, quick, and you're in and out of there really quick, or you can kind of upgrade to a mulita. I just adore them, and they kind of have that.
Where are they?
It's up on Charleston and Jones, and they've got that great like it's family owned and operated. It's a greasy spoon if you've ever seen one, and it's just guys coming off of work going in there and getting 5 tacos to make sure they don't go home hungry. So,
Justin, what about Broadacres? Is there any Broadacres Marketplace? Is any food stands you like in there?
Yeah, there is. The original Tacos Tijuana is at Broadacres. And so I always go, and it's almost like a ritual now, the pilgrimage through Broadacres to the original stand outside. I always get the tacos al pastor there, even though now I think there's a law where you can't have too much smoke. So they don't. Sometimes
at Broadacres?
They can't have it on the actual spit.
Yeah.
But they have amazing, like, crunchy tripa tacos there. And
what is that?
It's just tripa, it's tripe tacos.
Oh, but crispy tripe.
Yeah, but you wanna get them crispy. You don't want to get them soft. Yeah, and that's usually what I get there at Broadacres. But oh my gosh, Broadacres has so much. It's so good.
I haven't been yet. I'm a little intimidated. Like, I need a guide, Fabi.
We gotta go. We gotta go together.
Okay,
Let's do
I would
it.
like that. I'll return the favor somehow with some of my expertise. But I would love that. For listeners who might not know, Broadacres Marketplace, it's a swap meet, but it's not as much antique stuff. It's like food and bed sheets and socks and a washer.
It's kind of like I would say like a flea market sometimes. It feels like a swap meet, flea market.
It's the 3rd largest swap meet on the West Coast.
Wow.
I did an entire report about those guys. It's the 3rd largest swap meet on the West Coast. It's also the 3rd largest retailer of churros in America. That's under Disneyland. And they are constantly active. And what you really want to do is you go on a Friday night, you drink, you dance, and then you go back on a Saturday morning and maybe pick up a belt buckle or some new shoes. That's how I roll, and it's amazing.
Listen, you guys are going to get a doodle from me. I'm not even kidding, for the 3 of us to go. So we do have a lot of regional taco styles here. So let's talk regional taco styles, like not just Mexican, but of course like Tex-Mex. And I do think like Baja SoCal is its own thing too. So what are some of the best regional taco styles represented here in Vegas?
Ooh, well, with tacos el gordo, that's like estilo Tijuana. So that's more like northern Baja California, maybe. And so we have that covered. And then, um, there is a lot of Tex-Mex and there's a lot of like California style. Anytime you see sour cream on a taco and a lot of cheese, that's like the Californian and Texan, influence.
Is there a good queso situation anywhere here?
Oh my gosh. Actually, I'm not sure. The thing is that there's just so many other taco places that I haven't really tried out the Tex-Mex. But for like California style, I would say Los Tacos is like one of my favorites because they'll do the tacos with like melted cheese in between two tortillas and then add sour cream and guacamole. They'll give you the whole thing. It's amazing.
What do you think, Brent? Do you have a regional representation?
I mean, I am no master of authenticity in this genre of food, but I'll say Carnitas y Tortas Ahogada Guadalajara is ridiculous. And I go there straight up for the buche. Like
for the what?
The buche, like that's the tummy, the
stomach lining.
Oh.
It's like wobbly and it's usually marinated deeply. And then like you get that on a corn tortilla and it just kind of melts. And I don't trust buche in a lot of places, but those guys always get it right. So that's what I go there for.
Get your buche there for the buche.
Yes, precisely. And they got two locations. They got two locations.
It's
one
more
on the
for
east
myself.
side. I love it. I mean, it's a win. They got two locations, one on the east side, and I don't know if they're authentically Guadalajaran, but they're authentically awesome. So that's the vibe I always pick up from them.
Do we have any good Oaxacan places here?
Oof. We might have to edit that one out.
That's
fine.
I
don't know.
Any of these can easily be edited.
I go
No,
to
that's
LA
all good.
for that, yeah.
Oh, interesting. So like you feel that the Oaxacan picks are better in LA?
I feel like there's just more Oaxacan people in LA. There's a lot of people from Michoacan in Las Vegas. There's a lot of people from Guadalajara and from northern Mexico. So those are like the tacos you're going to see. There are a few places now popping up with like Juarez, like border, like Chihuahua tacos. There's this place called Juarez Border Food that makes the famous Juarez rolled tacos, which I think people would consider flautas, but that's tacos to them, So
yeah. I know flour tacos are a little bit more common along the border, too, as opposed to a corn taco. Let's talk about ingredients, actually. So, like, fish tacos, birria. We talked about up pastoral little, like, favorite taco types in the city. We've gotten to a lot of stuff, too, and some interesting stuff, tripe and tummy as well. Others that you like to look out for?
I mean, I love me a fish taco.
Yeah.
I love me a fish taco, too. Where do you go?
I go to Habanero Grill because they have amazing deals, and they're up on Rainbow, and I love their selection of food, but their fish tacos, it's like a 2-for deal, like 2 for $4 or something, and they just kill it.
I really love going to Playa Escondida. It's on Charleston and Maryland Parkway. And it was the first time I ever had a swordfish taco. It was so good. And so they have a lot of different mariscos there, a lot of different seafood options there that I've never really dared to try, but just because I had a great experience there. With seafood, it's kind of tricky sometimes. So I had a good experience once and I keep going back and they've never let me down. So, for seafood in the desert, you gotta make sure you get your recommendations.
There's also Bajamar, which is on Las Vegas Boulevard, and Oki.
You got to go for the marlin over at Bajamar, man. It's like that smoked tuna with the habanero sauce. It's just unbelievably delicious and it never, ever disappoints. They do really great stuff. And the shrimp, I think if you're shooting for Bajamar, the shrimp is really, really good there.
So veggie option tacos, any thoughts there?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, so I think Vegas, for me, is known for kind of its novelty tacos.
Yeah.
And so we've all heard of Abuela's tacos and their hot Cheeto tortillas that they do. And then we have like El Tamalucas and a lot of different other food trucks will do like birria tacos. So it's like quesabirria, which is like a quesadilla taco that you dip in birria. It's like so it's so amazing, but you can't have it all the time, you know? And then we have great veggie options here too. Of course, Tacotarian.
Yeah, the vegan, one of the biggest vegan places and a big chain here.
So good.
Yeah.
But a lot of places will have vegan options here too, which is awesome.
Even Tacos El Gordo has like a great nopales taco, and that's worth it if you're not trying to, eat the meat.
Speaking of eating the meat, Brent, I want to know about your recommendations for birria.
Oh, birria? Oh, God, I didn't even think about birria.
Birria.
All right, you want a quick, easy one? Don't do Roberto's. Don't do Don Tortaco. Go over to Durango Taco Shop. Get the real deal. They've got terrific birria. They got locations all over the valley, which is kind of miraculous. As a chain, they kick ass.
Yes, as a proud Duranguense, I will I will second that.
So does Las Vegas have a taco style, do you think?
Wow, I don't know.
Ooh.
Does Las Vegas have a taco style?
I don't think Las Vegas has a taco style, but a taco culture.
Oh.
And I think the culture is you can get tacos whenever the hell you want, especially, 3, 4 in the morning. That's when the taco spots are popping. So I think that is unique to Vegas. And it actually is probably the most Mexican thing about Vegas, because that's exactly what you do when you get out the club in Mexico and you need something to eat. You go look for the hot dog lady, or you go to the taco stand.
What do you think, Brent?
Oh, I agree with Justin completely. I want to know when we're going to get a hot dog culture, because that's like this perfect combination of West Coast and East Coast for me. I want my 2 a.m. disgusting hot dogs like Grace Papaya. But anyway.
Now we're talking.
Hey, listen.
I always get the corn dog, but it takes them 25 minutes to make it for some reason.
We're talking about tacos, everybody. No,
Is a hot dog a taco?
This is the real question. Oh my God, I can't remember the name of the place. There's a place on Eastern that they do hot dogs in the tacos.
All right. This is amazing. And yeah, just get ready for the scheduling app, because I really do want to go to Broad Acres and I really do want to eat some tacos. And then who knows, maybe buy a washing machine.
Oh, absolutely.
Enjoy.
All right. Thanks, gents. We'll see you soon.
Bye. Thank you for having us.
That's all for today here on CityCast Las Vegas. If you enjoyed this episode, why not tell a friend, rate the show, and leave us a review. Oh, and tell us if we missed your favorite taco spot. Also, subscribe to our morning newsletter, Hey Las Vegas. We'll be back on Monday with our last episode of 2024. Take care. Justin, you're also a connoisseur of the drive-thru taco window. What's your favorite fast food taco, out of curiosity?
Oh my gosh. Well, this is quite controversial, but I really love Taco Bell. I mean, since the invention of the Doritos Locos taco shell in April of 2014, I mean, they have really revolutionized fast food tacos. The Dorito is a shell. That's incredible.
Brent's losing his mind. Do you agree?
No, I'm gonna second that. I'm gonna say that the potato soft taco at Taco Bell is the greatest peasant food invention of all time. To dress up a potato that nice for no money is a miracle. I love me some Taco Bell.
Yeah. And when I want to feel disgusted about myself, I do get the bean and cheese burrito at Roberto's. And you know what? I'm fine with that.